Up next this week is Invictus, directed by Clint Eastwood, and there's been a number of Nelson Mandela biopics in the works over the years, and I think it's a little curious that the first one to finally make it to the screen is sort of told through the lens of rugby. But before you condemn the movie for that, I think one of Mandela's real strengths when he came to power was he didn't want to alienate the whites, because that's not going to heal any rifts between the blacks and the whites. It's just going to make one hate the other more for a different reason. And so the whole thing with the rugby, I mean, there's something about sports, and I don't understand it, but I mean, clearly it's the case that sports unify people. It gives people a reason to cheer on the same side. And Mandela was smart enough to realize that even though the team is mostly white, there's one black player on it. Even given that, the entire country can get behind that one team and put aside all of the other differences. And of course, you have Morgan Freeman playing Nelson Mandela. It doesn't hurt either. Who Mandela has said that's the one he wants playing in the movie. So I mean, while there's more to Mandela's life than this movie really touches on, it doesn't really go that deep into his history or anything.
Time in prison or anything.
But before you get too excited about that, I mean, it really does show the kind of genius the guy had as far as leading a country that was clearly divided.
I think this might actually have been a pretty decent way to go into Nelson Mandela. I mean, it doesn't go into his struggles, but it goes into his leadership and his knowledge of people, which I think are two of his greatest strengths. And I mean, Morgan Freeman, as Nelson Mandela talks in the movie, that while he was incarcerated, that they would cheer for whichever team was playing against the South African team because they knew it would upset the jailers there. And so he knew the kind of resistance that he was going to be up against trying to use this tactic. And this is another one that I've said time and time before, that historical movies really have to do a good job of getting you from one place to one place, because you know what the beginning and ending of the story are, but it's really the hinge pin is the story that's in between.
And I thought it was a little clunky at times, and really it is. I mean, it is just a sports movie, but I think adding the historical relevance of Mandela and really the way that he used this sport to bring his country together makes the movie worth seeing. So definitely check it out.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back.